FindItInFishtown.com.
Recovery starts with a call. Pennsylvania's Substance Use Disorder Hotline is staffed by real people who are trained to help. They're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They'll get you or your loved one into treatment regardless of your access to insurance. If you or someone you know is suffering from addiction, call 1-800-662-HELP. Recovery starts with a call.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
My spoon is too big.
WWDB 860 AM Philadelphia and 97.5 WPEN HD2 Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. Home of the most thought-provoking talk radio in Philadelphia. WWDB AM Talk 860 Philadelphia.
I am a banana!
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
WWDB 860 AM Philadelphia and WPEN HD2 Burlington, Philadelphia. The following programming is sponsored by the Fishtown, Kensington Area Business Improvement District. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of this station, its management, or Beasley Media Group.
I missed that. Good morning, everybody, and we are back, baby. We had a little bit of a hiatus. I know I'm saying that wrong. It's hiatus. Is it hiatus?
It's hiatus.
Sounds like a curse. Like my hiatus hurts. And you're
I feel like hiatus sounds like your sciatica or something.
Yeah, or hiatus sounds like you're like highfalutin.
Ooh.
Yes. And that's one thing we are not here on Find It In Fishtown Live. You've had some repeats, folks. Now you're into the farewell tour. Kay and I have decided that, let's be honest, we have to give of ourselves, and we only have so much love to give.
This is true.
And frankly, getting up early in the morning is really hard.
This is true.
So for the next several weeks will be our final shows here. Of course, you're going to always be able to find us in the fabulous Fishtown District. And Kay, by the way, I'm sitting here with the lovely and talented Kay Anderson. Good morning, Kay.
Good morning, Mark.
Is this going to be emotional for you?
No.
I don't think it will.
Not at all.
I don't think, for Sugar Bear it might. How you holding up in there, buddy?
Quit talking to me.
Yeah, he's very, well, he's like a big shot now, too.
I know.
Not.
He's like over, he's with the big boys over at 97.5. We're going to talk some sports in a little bit because literally the best weekend of playoff football ever.
True.
Okay, how much of the 4 games did you watch?
This past weekend?
Yeah, this past weekend.
None of them.
So how many
I did watch the Eagles lose.
That was 2 weeks
weekend,
ago.
But
That was 2 weeks ago.
that,
Yes. Now this was a reminder of what good teams really look like.
Yeah.
It was really something.
I saw some scores were in the 30s and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's impressive.
Came down to the end. The Chiefs-Bills game was one of the most remarkable things that Sugar Bear and I have ever seen, and we weren't even watching it together, but I just know he's going to say that. Shugs, what did you think of that end?
Shugs.
Yes.
That was incredible. I mean, what is it? In the last 2.5 minutes, they scored like 25 points total or something. Both teams. It would have went on forever if they actually had good overtime rules.
And I will say this. There was a meme. You know what's the good part about, that we're going to be ending the show? We could sort of just talk about whatever we want. That someone put, like, they should just cancel the Super Bowl and have like a best of 5 Chiefs and the Bills play. So, okay, let me just set this for you.
Okay, set the scene.
The Chiefs are winning with like a minute something left, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Bills go down the field, score. About a minute left, take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs come back, take the lead again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm missing up the timing, but it's all in within this little. Bills come down and score, take the lead with 13 seconds left, and you're thinking, game's over, as I was thinking.
Yeah, so me too.
13 seconds. Not a lot you could do in 13 seconds.
Kickoff return for a touchdown?
No. Then they were down by 3, the Chiefs. So they only had to kick a field goal to go to overtime.
Okay.
And from the 25-yard line, in 13 seconds, they got into field goal range, kicked the tying field goal, and then won the game in overtime. And I will say this, Josh Allen is the GOAT. There is no question about that. He reminds me almost of like a younger me. I don't know. You're probably thinking that too, Shugs. You know, big, leader, gifted, fast, strong.
So he's going to do a Fishtown show in about...
Well, he's got time now.
60 years.
He's got time now. I mean, he's home, so he could literally do it.
Maybe you could get him
on his hiatus. It sort of sounds, you know, and I realized when I say it sounds very Northeast, like Jewish. When it's hiatus, then we'll have some latkes.
I feel like it doesn't help that we also just heard the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme
Boom,
song.
boom,
So,
boom.
like, you're
Pretty.
definitely in your Larry bag.
But in America, you know, you are listening here to Find It in Fishtown Live here on WWDB 860 AM, brought to you by the fabulous Fishtown District for all things wonderful, special, whether there's a show or not. The world goes to Fishtown. And proven, by the way, Kay, and I don't know if this is in your corner today, the Philadelphia Business Journal.
It's not. Please, go ahead.
So, and I think you know that probably one of the most humble people you'll ever meet is me. And the Philadelphia Business Journal.
I was waiting for the laughter button.
No, he's very upset in there. he's concentrating on his sports shows.
And his name is
Marc Alazzo.
There we go.
There it is. You don't see me. I still love that. If I can find a way to start every meeting we do with that.
Oh, God.
Oh, I just realized we can pretty much do whatever we want. Come to think of it. So Philadelphia Business Journal writes a cover story. Mm-hmm. And it's basically about us. It's about how, while the rest of the city seems to be struggling or just standing still, the Fishtown District, especially everything by our transportation hub of, Front and Girard, mm-hmm. How it's thriving and growing. And we talk about it all the time with all the new businesses that are coming from literally all over the country, but also the residential and commercial density that we're building up. And it's really, obviously, listen, it's a tribute. It is. I can't even say I'm not used to speaking on the radio now. It's a credit to all of the people that have faith in us and our district to invest that. But it's all the people who want to be there. And we don't see an end in sight, but it's pretty exciting to get that type of acknowledgement. We were getting a lot of people emailing us back. This is impressive. I'm like, well, we are.
Well, Mark, I mean, I don't know. I know you've been in Philly for, your whole life. But
yes, born and reared.
Exactly. But since I've been working in Fishtown, I would have never thought when I started in 2013 that Front Street would turn into where it's at now. I remember the Front and Girard corner where Dawa is. Mm-hmm. That was the hardest storefront to fill. And the turnover in that storefront was crazy. I've seen 7 different businesses there in the time that I've been in Fishtown. And shout out to Dawa. They're a great business. They've really weathered the storm, been there throughout the entire pandemic. But just being able to see that growth that really started right around that intersection with the staples like the Saint and Dawa coming in and having the L station there, and then really moving that up the corridor with all of the new development, all of the great developers who have come in, and to see them actually care enough to curate the commercial tenants that they bring in. It just shows the longevity and the forward thinking that everybody who plays in our neighborhood really has.
And I think that's the key when you say forward thinking, that they are looking at, not obviously, listen, they want to make a buck, but it's not just, I'm going to build this and I'm going to put in there who meets my number.
Right.
They want to put something that really accentuates and enhances the neighborhood. And they look to do it in areas. You talked about Front Street. You would never think with the L going right by your window,
Right.
that people would pay a premium, and they do.
They sure do.
And it really kind of focused us is, people when they would get off that L stop, which by the way this year is going to see an amazing transformation. They would turn and go to Frankfurt Avenue.
Right.
Well, now they're also turning to go to Front Street, to go to Front Street Cafe, Middle Child Clubhouse, Liberty Kitchen, Kung Fu Necktie.
Even Boom Room, which just did their outdoor space.
Exactly. And as we go further up, where LMNO is, now you're getting these incredible developments that are coming and I think the thing that's great is why the neighbors are following along with this, because that's not easy when you're adding all these people and no parking. These wonderful outdoor spaces for people to use and outdoor cafes for people to go and see. So it's not just for the people that are moving into the buildings, all can enjoy it. You're going to see, we're a big emphasis on bicycle use.
Absolutely.
People that are moving in now. It's almost like the New York model where they don't expect or want to have a car. They can bike everywhere. They can take public transportation or Uber. The whole world is right outside their doors. So kudos to everyone in the Fishtown District. It really is gratifying. I know for Kay and I, when you sometimes when you're in the depths of it, you don't realize how it's paying off, and how it's paying off, fairly quickly for us in that regard. And we're certainly looking forward to 2022 and beyond. And by the way, you can be part of all the hijinks and shenanigans here. Give us a call at 888-329-3306. That's 888-329-3306. As we literally start talking about what's coming in the Fishtown District. So when we leave you in a couple weeks, you're just going to miss us so much that you're going to make sure to come back and back and back. They're not booing, they're going, Mark. Shugs, how did you take the news when you heard?
To be honest, this is one of, if not my favorite show to do, so it sucks.
So I felt like I was breaking his heart a little bit. I did. I feel bad. Now, we're still not coming back, but we're going to keep in contact with Matt because we love him.
Yes.
But Matt, you're now also working with our sister station, 97.5, the sports station. How's that coming?
Oh, it's going great. I love it over there.
I mean, do you think you'll, because I know sports and you don't go together, so how's that going for
It's
you?
going good. I'm still learning with the
Kicking a homer?
Kicking a home run. Yeah.
That's the key, is you got to kick it far.
The three-point slap shot, and what is that called, basketball or something?
Yeah, Flyers could use a 3-point slap shot.
They could use anything.
Yes. We're going to have a long several months sports-wise. Even though the Sixers, but even that's a weird thing, too.
Yeah, the whole Ben Simmons thing, but they're playing well.
You have Embiid.
I was going to say, we have Embiid.
Right,
he's amazing. Literally, even it far exceeded what I thought he would be when they drafted him.
I want him to get MVP.
I think he should be the MVP.
He's on.
I think he got 40
it.
last night again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's unreal.
He's crazy.
But they need a little help because I don't think they're getting rid of Ben. That's a shame because literally when I first met Kae had a big I Heart BS
No, I didn't.
poster in her room, and she would kiss it every day.
I never liked Ben.
Loves you, Ben.
She would write on her notebook, Ben and Kae.
Yeah, with big heart, TLA, or TLF, true love forever.
Carved it into a tree.
What a mutt he is, man.
He is.
But I guess they're not going to move him to the offseason now.
That's how it's looking.
Now, if they end up with James Harden, by the way, shame on the Nets if they make that move, but I'll take that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
I think that would. I mean, it's a shame we have to wait.
Right, but it gives us something to look forward to.
Spoken like a true Philly fan.
Oh, see, I want to just start calling you glass half full, Shugs. Because see how you turned a negative into a positive.
I mean, it still doesn't mean we can't have a good season this year.
We'll have a good season, but they're not. Embiid needs help.
I think they'll make some moves.
Yes, they're going to have to.
I mean, they're just not going to. It won't involve Ben until the offseason.
You know, Thibault lives in Fishtown, by the way.
Does he?
He does. How about that?
Oh,
So does.
So why didn't you have him on the show?
Never asked him. He probably doesn't want to get up at 8 a.m. either, or 4 8 a.m. They're not dedicated like we are. Who else lives there? Played for the Eagles. No, it's going to kill me. Connor Barwin lives in Fishtown.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Give
know
a
that.
shout out to Connor.
He was a good player.
Yeah, he's in the front office now. So I'll oftentimes see him walking. And then what I'll do, I'll go, "Hey, Connor," and I'll just go, "Hello, you," and that's
He
as
does
close as we
great
are.
things in the community too.
He does. He's a good man. Kae, who's a little too young to have his poster up, the I Heart whatever.
I have no idea who that is.
Connor Barwin? You don't know who Connor Barwin is?
Not at all.
I mean,
You never met Connor Barwin?
No.
He was a linebacker. He was here for several years during the Chip Kelly years. That's when he came, and now he's in the front office.
She wasn't too young. She would have.
Well, she might not have been paying attention then.
Probably.
Yeah, you know, she has a lot of.
I'm still not paying attention. Just to be clear.
Rude. But so we're going to take the next several weeks on our final victory laps to recount kind of some of the best of stuff we've done. Really talk about. We will have some guests as we finish out, but also really just talk about what the Fishtown District means to us and what you all mean to us, and hope to get you out to come dine, come see shows, come live, come be part of something that's very special. With that, it's 8:15. We're just going to keep rambling. Should we take a break and then go to the corner? We can keep going if you want.
Let's just do the corner. Let's go to the corner.
All right. So we're going to saddle up. By the way, I didn't want to break this to you until we're here because Uni's dead.
What?
Well, Matt didn't feed him.
Matt.
Yeah.
You guys weren't here for 2 weeks. I forgot about him.
So he literally ate through the wall. He was actually eating asbestos. So
you know what? And the
shout out to him.
The worst part is we were gonna leave Uni as our parting gift.
Yes.
And you killed him.
Literally.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep him, so.
Shows how much you
basically
care.
Thanks for the thought, but
because think about it, they crap rainbows, so that's not a problem
they're
picking
high
up.
maintenance. Yeah.
Uni especially is high maintenance. Let's be real.
That takes after me. If I was he was the unicorn version of me, temperamental, wasn't ready when you wanted him to do something, had a lot of demands. It was a lot of work. So, R.I.P.
Yeah.
To Uni, and with that we dedicate Kae's Corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing
and listen.
Nobody.
Listen to me now.
Pay attention, honey.
Kae's Corner. We don't do word after this one. Remember that.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I was just waiting.
Word is after.
It feels weird without waiting for Uni to Nay to say
he's dead.
He's here.
They actually left his corpse just sitting in the stable there.
That's kind of gross.
They don't.
Matt, the cleaners don't pick that up for you.
It's the money they put into talent. They don't put into removing carcasses.
It makes sense.
She's going to bring it to a taxidermist. That's why it's still sitting there.
Oh, that's lovely. So,
cute.
Kae, what's happening in the corner?
Well, as always, there's a ton happening in Kae's Corner
What?
and also in the Fishtown District.
Looking forward to hearing about it.
Absolutely. So we do have a couple of new business openings coming to our corridor.
Of course we do.
The Head in the Hand, which is a local small publishing shop and bookstore, is opening up their new location down on Frankfurt Avenue on the 2200 block. And they are opening on March 4th. So we're very excited for them to open. That's like another business that's been very rooted in the community since its founding. A lot of community members really came together to make that business what it is today. So we're very excited for them to find a new, more permanent location to continue all that they're doing.
That's great. Listen, those ladies are smart, sassy. So we're so thrilled that they're to welcome to their new place. Absolutely.
In other new news, there is a new Pilates studio coming to Frankfurt Avenue.
Shugs, wake up, Pilates.
That's going to be on the 2400 block, I believe. So check that out. I don't have the name in front of me, but if you go by the storefront, so just drive up Frankfurt Avenue towards Lehigh, look on the 2400 block on your right, and you'll see the lovely new signage for the new Pilates studio.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And speaking of, it is January, so I know we haven't been on too much in the new year, but this is workout season. It's time to get back in shape. Make sure that you're staying true to your New Year's resolutions. So I would be remiss if I didn't,
Look no further, Kay.
I would be remiss if I didn't shout out some of our other great fitness businesses here in the Fishtown District. So we also have G Strength, which is a training facility. They do a lot of CrossFit training as well as some weight training. And they do a great thing where when they have students who have been going there for quite some time, they take pictures with their sign that says that they've made it through like 100 classes or 500 classes, things like that. So I feel like celebrating those little achievements is very necessary, especially when you're trying to make yourself work out and you don't normally work out.
Yes.
So shout out to G Strength for that. And as always, we also have City Fitness, which is a wonderful gym facility here in the heart of the Fishtown District.
Okay, have you noticed, because they're right near our office.
Yes, they are.
And it could be 2:30 in the morning. Are they open 24? Because it seems like every time I walk by it, there's people on it. I mean, these are some dedicated folks.
I do believe that they are, if not 24-hour, very close to 24-hour. Like they're open at 4 a.m. and they close at like 2 a.m., like that close to 24 hours. But yeah, there's always people in there. And Fishtown is just like a very fit neighborhood.
Well, they brought us.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep.
But I'm not surprised to hear that, especially with you living so close. I'm sure you see workout gear all the time.
Yeah. Not on my person, mind you, but I do see it.
Well, getting off of the fitness track, because I feel like I had to talk about fitness for a second, but then as soon as
now it's food and drink.
How'd you know?
That's more in our wheelhouse.
Absolutely. So I did find some new offerings here in the Fishtown District that I'm very excited about. So if you haven't had Love and Honey fried chicken, I highly, highly, highly recommend. I just had it. I just ordered it again on Friday.
I wanted it last night because we had epic meetings. I'm like, I just want them to bring it right to, and I realized they're not open on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Today.
There you go. But they have a new sandwich just for this weekend, which is a pretzel crusted fried chicken sandwich.
Just this weekend or this week?
Weekend.
Damn it.
So
I do live here, so I guess we can. Yeah. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm quite curious.
I'm getting that.
And then in addition, in other pretzel sandwich news, because that's the segment
By the
here.
way, and I think you both would agree, Shugs, you're with me on this. Like, if you're a chicken, wouldn't you want to give your life to be part of a sandwich like that?
That sounds great.
Yeah. Like I would want, like, on my tombstone, like, I was part of the pretzel crusted sandwich.
Yeah, I would snap my own neck.
Use that soundbite. That's a good one. That's going to be my Facebook quote today. I'd snap my own neck. ...
But Row Home, this is a new spot that's opening up on the northern part of Frankfurt Ave, just outside of our district. So we were just talking about, new business openings moving further and further up Front Street.
Sure.
This is on the 2100 block of Front Street. And it is a new coffee shop, like to-go restaurant style cafe. And they are also going to be debuting their pretzel sandwich. And they should be open in the next couple of weeks.
I'll be there too. But I do need that this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think it's supposed to snow. So what, Let them bring it to me.
Well, you know what? I got the perfect thing for you. So after they bring you your sandwich.
Eat it after they bring it?
You can eat it. Or no, even before this. So before you order your sandwich,
okay.
I want you to walk 2 blocks down the street.
In the snow?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not? Go to Fishtown Social.
It's
Get you a wine flight because they're back, baby.
They are back. I saw that. Vanessa knows how to bring out the booze, doesn't she?
She sure does. And to be honest, like, what else would you want on a snowy afternoon besides a flight of wine to keep you warm? And then you can just, call that your exercise for the month.
That's an indictment on me, but okay. Yeah. By the way, the walk is literally 2 minutes from my
To be
house.
fair, though, walking in snow is difficult. Like, it makes your feet a lot heavier.
You're not
You might
kidding.
be slipping around.
That's why I don't
dangerous.
do it. Yeah. Oh, white stuff. I'm staying in the house.
So it really is a workout. I mean, but that's what you could do.
Oh, and when do
Flight?
the flights? Are they back now?
I do believe so.
Yeah. I saw it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still hoping, and I feel bad that they had to cancel it because as Omicron or whatever it is, sounds like a transformer, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Omicron. They were doing the Feast of the Seven.
Oh yeah.
Pickles.
Yeah.
That sounded awesome.
It did sound awesome.
And I told Vanessa, the lovely Vanessa Wong, our wine goddess, that even though it had been sold out, I was going to crash it anyway. And she said which was fine. So that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of other things to do this weekend, on Friday there is a job fair in the neighborhood.
Where?
Over at Soraya.
Had that for dinner, and I want to tell you something. And as you know, been around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with Roland Cassis. Shout out to Roland, who I never was with anybody who did this. I've seen it in movies. Like ordered just sort of one side of the menu to try. You wanted me to try all these things, but it was the best.
Like
chicken.
literally was just like, I'll take this side.
He just pointed, to the. We'll have that. And he just pointed to it, and they were just bringing out plates.
Wow.
So
must be nice.
It was nice that night. I'll tell you that, and it's so delicious. Best chicken I ever had in my entire life.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Best chicken I ever had. So much so that I brought it home, and it was just as good even the next day.
See, I feel like I need to eat in that style next time I go to Soraya because I always get the same thing at Soraya, and it's mostly because I don't really know what to order, so I get what I'm comfortable with, and it's delicious. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But I feel like I haven't tried any of their meat.
You have to go
plates.
with him, with Roland, because Roland. So what did we just get, Roland? Himmelklok. No, I'm making that up, but so we wouldn't know but it was delicious, and he would, and not only would he sit and explain, it was like a little tasting. This has this and this and this, as he's just pointing it on my plate. We just sat at the bar because it was right after our annual meeting.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you were in the office, you got to go. You would have gotten to go. I happened to be there.
Yeah, that would have required me to be in the office at 8:00 at night.
Yeah, just so loved it.
No thanks.
But he was literally just turning to other people we didn't know. Try this. He's like, we just share. And at first you could say, I'm not eating your food.
Right.
But
especially during COVID, like that would catch a lot of people
But he sort of just
off guard.
charmed them. He's like, this is my place. And we're Lebanese. We share food. And I don't know what potato, and forgive me, what potato dish we had. Mama Lucian. That was amazing.
All right.
Show's over.
Get the potatoes.
Yes.
But that is all that I had today for the corner.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Especially for, the middle of winter when it's supposed to snow this weekend.
Now, I bet you that we don't get anything.
Really?
I think it's going to be another
a dud.
Yeah, which is fine. Like we're old now. Like we don't need snow.
Also, like as people who work for a bid, snow removal is
a pain in the tuss
thing, and I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those calls.
Yep.
Shug, do you like snow?
No.
Does the sugar bear? Are you also a polar bear?
No. I'm
No.
not a sugar bear either, but I'll just.
Oh, I beg to differ.
No, I don't really like snow. Not anymore. As a kid, I did, but
And it only works for snow if it's Monday through Friday. Now, here's the bigger problem, though. Besides that we do everything virtually anymore, I literally live, if I counted my steps, 30 steps from where I live to where the office is.
Yeah.
So I have no excuse.
At all.
Damn it.
yes.
Here's a question that I know we have to go to the track, but we got nothing but time, so who cares? In my last several episodes, are we allowed to curse?
No.
No.
Because I have a couple choice ones I wanted to throw in that I've always wanted to do on the air. Is that allowed?
There's no.
That's it. Not like
FCC rules do not bend when it comes to
like farewell tours.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, they don't care.
Because I remember like not like bad ones, but like funny ones.
You know that
I'm going to sample
Sugar Bear
it.
has a dump button, so even if you say them, he has time to just clip
Do
them.
you? Is that true?
I do. That doesn't mean you intentionally do
Should we
it.
try it?
That's not a reason to say them. I'm just saying that, like, even if you tried, he would catch it, and they wouldn't go out on air. That's my point.
I'll bet you some
I should have never told him
Soraya
about your dump
chicken
butting.
that I could get it in the show.
No, I don't want to take that bet.
I think you win. It's a win-win.
No, it's not.
Comedy
I could just do
and
this.
chicken.
Oh, is he muted? Did you mute him? Yes.
I'm not talking.
Yes. Yes. That was the
That's
best
not gonna
thing
work.
ever.
I'll just scream curses.
Yes.
Sounds worse.
You're gonna do that with all your fans out there. Just show them the real Mark.
I treat them as they deserve to be treated with respect. Am I on?
Yes, you're on now.
and courtesy. I've never cursed once. I don't
know.
think.
It doesn't mean you do it now.
Well, because I asked Kay, there was one way I wanted to greet everybody. I said, "Can I say this?"
I said no.
And she said no, and I didn't do it.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you when we leave what I wanted to say.
Okay.
You will agree that I couldn't have said it.
Yes.
Yes, if you're questioning it, then more than likely, yeah, you probably shouldn't.
We should, you know what, for our last show, we should bring like Vanessa and Trevor from Evil Genius in. Just like set up a bar.
An open bar.
Yeah. No, we'll still be here at noon. The show. Yeah. Cover drinking. Yeah, so I'm gonna maybe we'll do that. But anyway,
I'm not mad at that.
We are still in the corner.
We are.
There's still more to go.
Yes.
Go ahead, Kay.
So, I think it's time for Kay's track.
K-Track. 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 K-Track of the week.
Word. That's how you do it.
That's
how you do it.
Yep. And I feel like you almost had the rhythm perfect.
Almost
down
till the
with
end.
Your hand drumming. Yeah. You're getting there. You're getting there. Maybe by the time we're done on the show.
On March 1st, I'll have it.
Yep. So this week, I have a track by a new band here
Olivia
in Philly.
Newton-John?
No.
Oh.
No. A new band here in Philly who
Toto?
I actually do not know personally.
Oh.
Toto.
By the way, don't you know the song Africa by Toto? Ooh.
All right, let's not ruin it for Kay.
Y'all are a lot.
Oh, we got to play that. That's one of my favorite songs. You like that song, right, Shugs?
Yeah.
Africa?
It's a good song.
I hear the dogs echoing. Sorry.
I'm liking it less now.
So
I can't wait to curse.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Kay.
So here is Magic Cobra with Golden Child.
That's...
And Mark, you're gonna like this one. They have a little bit of like a Beatles vibe to them.
Oh, love it. Let's go.
So that was Magic Cobra with Golden
I
Child.
think that was my favorite.
Yeah?
So that's more in my wheelhouse.
I picked that one specifically for you. I was like, this is going to be for Mark.
I had a little bit of a psychedelic vibe. Got that good guitar. I love that sound.
It really felt like Yellow Submarine
era
yes. Beatles to me.
And by the way, Magic Cobra was my nickname in college. Thank you very much.
Makes a lot of sense.
Shug, that's not a curse. So I could say that.
No, that's
That's fine, right? All right, mister, with your rolling your eyes at me.
That's right.
How dare you? How dare you? But that was but I really enjoyed that. That was a good one. I'm going to have to check them out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to book them for one of our festivals coming up. So,
Are we allowed to have festivals?
Yeah.
Of course we are.
Of course we are.
Yes, I'd like to have that.
Festivals are back, baby.
We assume. Well, they haven't said no. Of course they are. What am I talking about?
They were back last year.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Before we actually take a commercial break, we might as well take one today. Got to play, and this never grows old, the demand still increases, everyone's favorite game show. What's Mark wearing?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing today? What are you wearing? What are you
I just added that.
What are you wearing today?
I like this today too.
Yeah, well, wait, you'll see. You didn't notice the whole ensemble.
Oh, no, not yet.
So, What's Mark Wearing is brought to you by Fabulous Fabrica. For the best in entertainment, dining, you have it all in the Fishtown District at Fabrica, Fabrika. The K stands for Come On Over. And, of course, today is one of our, it's sort of a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Put your hands on Mark. And we're talking about the Twister hoodie.
Yes.
So you can put your left hand on yellow.
Mm-hmm.
That's nasty.
It's not nice. And we all played this game as a kid.
Absolutely.
Some of us played it as you're older. So it's sort of like an homage to a game where you're really inviting twisting yourself up with other people.
And that's a champion hoodie too. That's
Yes.
a good hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good hoodie.
We don't play games here in the Fishtown District.
If that was my size.
Well, they still make it.
Okay.
Go to the champion. They did one for Monopoly. They did one for this, and they did one for Scrabble.
A Scrabble one?
Yes.
Oh, that might be the move.
So I was going to get the Monopoly one. I'm like, no, because you want to know why? You have to match it with.
I'm ready.
Bam!
Wow. Wow.
Twister shoes, baby.
Wait.
Drop the mic.
There we go.
How about that? And of course, my SpongeBob SquarePants socks. So.
Those are special.
And by the way, I only bought the hoodie so I can match it.
Wait, you had the shoes first?
No, but I saw them in the same thing. I'm like, I wanted the shoes. I'm like, well, this was an excuse. Like, if I get the hoodie, and it's an invitation, really, if you see me, one of our many fans, but if I'm wearing this, you're allowed to play on me. You're welcome, America.
That's nasty.
See, you can't go to the same well twice.
Oh, I did.
That's the thing. I also got, and Champion makes those as well. Mm-hmm. I also got a pair of shoes because they just did a collab with Oreo.
Oh.
So you could get an Oreo sweatshirt as well. I didn't get the sweatshirt. I just got the shoes.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Couldn't wait to break these out today. I purposely haven't worn this because I wanted to debut it on What's Mark Wearing.
Well, I definitely am a big fan of that hoodie.
No, I finally found something she liked. See?
It's a very good hoodie.
Thank you. And I think, you know what? Let's take a break. Let Shugs calm down.
Yeah. Maybe get a couple of more drops to tell Mark that he's doing something weird.
Yeah. And, of course, maybe clean up after the uni carcass. So we'll be back at you in 2 and 2.
It's been part of Philly for over 10 years, so Rivers Casino Philadelphia knows how you like to play. With better odds, more playtime, an upgraded rewards program, plus a state-of-the-art sports book, great restaurants, and more. Everything that real players want, without the overpriced distractions. Rivers Casino Philadelphia is for those who play to win, not play to pay for some fancy new place. Rivers Casino Philadelphia, always on our game. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The YMCA is just a starting line. For the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. Y is the before work hustle, an after school home, a section of my block, a corner to call my own. With my Y, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why. Join today at ymca.org for a better us.
Welcome to the fastest growing place in the world. Population 115 million and getting bigger by the day. Easy to get to and almost impossible to leave. This is a place where you can eat like a king for as little as $1. Pizza counts as a vegetable, and the food is simply to die for. Don't believe us? Just ask the friends and family of the 300,000 who did last year. Here, we've got the whole world in the palm of our hand, where folks spend an average of 5 hours a day on their mobile devices. You can even order fast food delivery through your video game console any time of day. And when it comes to nightlife, watch out, because there's a new city that never sleeps. With 24-hour fast food drive-thrus and folks working round the clock, it's no wonder 1 in 3 people here can't sleep. This is a place we'd tell you to come and visit, if you didn't already live here. Welcome to the state of America. Welcome to Obesity USA. To learn more, go to visitobesity.org. That's visitobecity.org. Brought to you by the Pennington Biomedical Research Foundation.
Welcome back, everybody. We're having such a ball here on Find It In Fishtown Live on WWDB 860 AM, brought to you by the fabulous Fishtown District. For the most noteworthy, notorious, greatest, most special place to be, it's go to the Fishtown District. And Kae,
Yes.
Hi Kae.
Hi, Mark.
Where can people find out more about the great things happening in the Fishtown District?
You can always go to fishtowndistrict.com or check us on Facebook, Fishtown District, or find us on Instagram, Fishtown_district.
A pro. She is a seasoned pro. By the way, are you going to miss saying that once a week?
I mean, we could still record me saying it and just
play it,
play
and put
it
it
in
out
the
to the
office.
ether,
Yeah.
into the cloud.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you want to give a call to be part of the farewell tour and really all the fun we're having here at the Fishtown District, give us a call at 888-329-3306. That's 888-329-3306. Do you think maybe Rowdy Randy might call in for one of the final shows?
Maybe.
She should.
She definitely should.
She brought... it's it's not nice to say. We try to do different segments on the show. We tried one. Let's get rowdy with Randy, and the key was we only tried one.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to know it doesn't work. You move on.
Trial and error.
It's not her fault.
No,
that
not
she's
at
got
all.
no juice. But call in, Randy. We love to have you part of the show. Now, Kae and Shugs, we just had our. Every year, we are required to have an annual meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And in that meeting, we are to share all that we have done during the year and the things to come.
Mm-hmm.
Kae, what was we just had it was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
Last week. Hard to remember.
I know one of the things they talked about in that meeting.
Which was?
No more Fishtown Live.
No one brought it up.
Oh,
no one
that was a
asked about
different
it.
meeting?
No one brought... No, that was the board that said, done. You're out. So, but Kae, what was your impressions of it? Because we always stress, because whenever you have a meeting with people, you have always an opportunity that people may not be happy, people may be dissatisfied. That was not the vibe that I got from that meeting.
No, and especially meetings like this, where it's your annual meeting, you expect your haters to come.
Yes.
In full force, with the pitchforks and the torches, ready to throw them at you. All of that. We got none of that.
Nothing.
None of
Nothing. Now, one could say it's because we're awesome.
We are.
I'm going to go with that.
Yep.
But I think it's also, when you we're getting back to the health of the district.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2022, what are you most looking forward to, Kay, of the things? I know it's not just, you know what I'm really looking forward to? More parking discussions.
No, definitely not that.
But what are you most looking forward to?
I am a total geek for capital improvements. And I know that this year we have quite a few projects on the docket to get some of our capital improvements done. So I'm very excited about that. And I also think that is, it's part of like, you know, putting your touch on a neighborhood and really leaving an organization's legacy behind when you do those capital improvements, because they're there permanently.
Yep.
And it really showcases what we think makes the neighborhood great, and what we want others to see when they come to the neighborhood. It's
the old Gandhi quote, be part of the change you want to make in the world. So as you know, our stakeholders pay to be part of this district. And usually around bill time, they will always, they pay, but they'll always say, well, what am I getting? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things when you talk about capital improvement, and I'm so thrilled with that, you know, we did this wonderful master plan with ISA Architects. Great job by Deb and Brian and their team to really bring to life the intersections within our corridor and really stress the connectivity and accessibility of people coming to and from. So now this year, after going through God knows how as many planning meetings, and all of a sudden now Front and Girard, which anybody that's gone through there, you have your opinions of that, but that's the spot. That's the main transportation hub. And we are certainly thrilled that SEPTA is joining us in making changes. So this is going to be a different look and feel for how people visit, they travel, they come through. You know, it's going to be the type of place that they say that, you know, you want to make a great first impression. Well, for many, walking down those steps from the L is doing that. And we're going to be able to have art and this beautiful, you know, illumination there. We're going to have actually commercial kiosks.
Right.
You know, whether it's with people helping you or with, you know, goods or shirts or food, whatever we feel like putting in it. The L's going to be, the L stop's going to be repainted. They're going to be adding some extra doors and things so it's safer. And the goal is motion. Keeping people moving. Because if they're moving, they're coming into the Fishtown District. If they're coming to shop and to eat. We're looking at Cecil B. Moore. That should be a fun one because Cecil B. Moore in front, right by the International and Evil Genius. And now this beautiful multi-use building that'll be coming at 1700. And we'll be able to kind of close part of the street to make it to activate this outdoor space for people to use. And I agree with you. That's the exciting part. Like after all this planning, something that's going to be very permanent, at least we will know, like we brought that there. And that's pretty darn cool when you think of it. Like, yes, we'd clean. And we're doing more cleaning.
Absolutely.
And
We're always
more cleaning.
We're cleaning.
By the way, Shugs,
Yes.
you'll never see a cleaner corridor than the Fishtown District.
I believe it.
And we have more, and ready, willing, and able. Kudos. We're bringing on more folks to clean. So, you know, we want to make sure that you look at it and go, God, this is pretty here. Because it is.
It is. It does. Every time I've driven through there or whatever, yeah, it looks great.
You've never stopped by once.
I don't. You never gave me the address.
1434 Frankfurt Avenue. Come on over.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, luckily, I have to buzz you in. So, depending on what mood I'm on that day.
Oh, so I'll have to call your phone this time. You have to buzz me in.
Yes, and and you'll never know if I'm awake or not, because it doesn't matter what time or day it was. Almost made it through all of Get Back. Almost.
Wow.
Are you a Beatles guy, Shugs?
No, not really. My wife loves the Beatles, but I mean, yeah, some songs, but I mean, I don't really listen to them on purpose.
It's fine. That's okay. We'll get over it.
So Kae, is one of the things we're looking forward to during the year is an event that we will now be the host of.
Yes.
And I've not seen it yet. So I'm looking forward. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So what he's alluding to is the Kensington Derby and Arts Festival. So this is an event that's been going on in the neighborhood for 13 years now. And I have been involved in the last 8 of them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously due to the pandemic, we took a 2-year hiatus, but the event itself is a celebration of everything that makes Kensington, Kensington. So if you know the legacy of Kensington, it has a long industrial history. It's a neighborhood of makers and also incorporates a lot of art. So this event is a parade throughout the neighborhood, both in Fishtown and in Kensington. And the parade is, instead of, big corporate floats, it's people like you and I coming together and making human-powered sculptures. So folks will weld together 2 bikes, take apart a car frame, or just ride their bike in costume. Anything that they can do to create a way for them to move around the neighborhood and look cool and awesome while doing it. And then throughout the parade route, there's a bunch of different obstacles hosted by local businesses that they kind of maneuver with their way through, including a sculpture wash down at Johnny and Brenda's. They'll be going on the roundabout this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they also end at the signature mud pit.
Well, tell me a little bit about that.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's about a foot of mud, 20 feet long, and the sculptures have to ride through it at the end. Half the sculptures get stuck. I end up having to push the sculptures out of the mud. I lose a pair of sneakers every year. But it's worth it.
So I won't be wearing the Twister sneakers.
No, definitely
for that
don't.
one.
Definitely don't. But there's also 2 stages happening at the same time. So there's tons of music, a whole arts festival with over 100 local artist vendors, food,
bigger than I thought.
drink. Oh, yeah. This brings out about 7,000 people to the neighborhood.
That's great.
It's a huge event, great time, fun for all the kids. There's a whole kids zone, and it's free to enter into the parade yourself. So if you live in Fishtown, if you live anywhere in the area and you want to bring your kids out, all we require is that you wear a helmet, and you can decorate your helmet so that it's part of your costume. We highly encourage that. But like I said, it's very easy to participate. Registration did just open up yesterday for artist vendors and food vendors. So you can go online on Event Hub and search for the Kensington Derby and Arts Fest, and it should come up.
And I know I guess we'll be working in it. I was like, the bid should enter something.
That's on you. I'm going to be working all day.
Yeah, which means it's not going to happen because there's no way I'll be building it.
I got to say, NKCDC...
How long has my bike been sitting in the office?
Right.
That you put together?
Right. NKCDC said every year that they were going to enter something, and we always told the rest of staff, just put something together. Just put something... It didn't happen. We were always too crazy running around for the event itself. But this year is going to be especially great. I'm very, very excited to bring this event back. It's really one of the signature events that you can't find anywhere else in Philly, anywhere else in the region. The closest kinetic sculpture derby to us is down in Baltimore.
Wow.
Yeah.
And listen, I love events like that are so unique and synonymous with the neighborhood that hosts them.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately you think of it. It used to be, they can't do it anymore because they got sued. Chestnut Hill used to do the Harry Potter Festival. We used I forgot what they call it now. It'll do the same thing. Do we have a date for that yet? I know we had an approximate. We do.
It's going to be May 14th.
That's awesome. So that'll be here before you know it, the way things move.
It sure will. I mean,
thank God.
We're already knee deep in all of the planning. So if you are interested in getting involved, if you're interested in sponsoring the event, any of those things, please just reach out. We are ready and raring to go.
Is there any link or anything that people can go to check out more about the Derby, or is that something later?
So our website is still being updated with all of this year's information, but it will be at KensingtonKineticArts.org. There is a website up there. It's just not everything's up to date yet. So stay tuned for the next couple of weeks. We'll also have our press release out in the next couple of weeks. So you'll start seeing some press all over the place about this awesome event.
I mean, and listen, I've been excited since you first told me about it. So I'm thrilled that we're able to continue it going. And one of the things that you said, which I really liked about it, is there's stuff to do for the whole family.
Absolutely.
And I think we try to make that as much of a theme for every event that we do that we can.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can bring your kids, you can bring your dog, you can bring whoever you want, and there's going to be something fun to do.
Absolutely.
How long is the
route?
The
route is about 2 miles.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
when you mentioned Johnny Brenda's, I'm like, oh, it's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it goes so the festival itself is on Trenton Avenue from Norris up to Dauphin. And then the route kind of starts at Trenton and Dauphin and then snakes onto Frankfort Avenue, goes all the way down south into Fishtown, comes over on Girard, up Front Street, and then cuts back through up to the northern part of the neighborhood, hits the co-op, and then comes back down and ends at the same spot it started.
And that's where the mud pit is.
That's where the mud pit is.
How do the neighbors love the mud pit?
So
obviously we clean it up.
Yes, we do clean it up. It's all on a tarp, so everything gets rolled in and rolled back out. It's a one-day thing. So for the neighbors, besides moving their cars,
they probably enjoy it at this point and look forward to it.
A lot of them bought their house on Trenton Ave with a roof deck specifically because of this event. So they could watch the Derby every year.
Shugs, will you enter any type of cart in the Derby?
Probably not, but it's a cool idea.
Well,
it's the enthusiasm.
I do have another public art opportunity for you, Sugar Bear.
She dropped the Sugar Bear.
You know what? I had to. We're on our farewell tour. I had to.
That's right.
But if you are interested in painting a trash can lid, we also have a fun call for art currently going on for the Feed the Fish program. This is our program in partnership with FNA and East Kensington Neighbors, where we place public trash cans throughout our corridors with these awesome fish heads on top that keep neighbors from putting their household trash in it, as well as, keep the wonderful Fishtown branding throughout the corridors. So local residents are submitting their applications now. You can find the application and the templates to fill out on our website, fishtowndistrict.com. Under the news, look for call for art.
How long is are you taking submissions?
The original deadline was this Friday, but I think we're going to extend it for a week. So please get your submissions in soon. The earlier the better, because we are trying to unload some of those lids as soon as possible.
Yes, we had to. Kay and I'll leave you with this, had to lug them into our basement. We don't want to lug them anymore ever again.
At
So
all.
let's get some artists. Kay, it's that time.
I know.
Hard to believe, but you know what? When you're chock full of infotainment,
this is true.
The hour just goes quickly. So again, you know what happens afterwards? America needs to decompress, let their brains calm down a little bit with all the information we gave.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, we'll see you next week on Find It In Fishtown Live. Bye, Kay. Bye, Shugs.
Bye.
Bye.